Hi there, this is Gun Tradition and I'm Jordy Buck. Welcome, how you guys doing? Today I'm talking about the recoil of the 7.62 the famous AK-47 SKS round. It's also very popular these days in a number of handy little ranch rifle type, well, for example, the Ruger ranch rifle, little lightweight bolt actions, and a lot of ARs. I have an AR chambered in 7.62 and this is actually my new deer hunting rifle. I call it the Connie Killer. So I'm going to show you the recoil difference between this and between the standard 223. I'll fire 2 rounds standing up and 1 round down prone, and then I'm going to go through and play them again in slow motion so you can see the recoil through my body. Now remember, I'm a small guy. I only weigh about 155 pounds. So most people are going to feel less recoil than me just because I'm such a little person. Let's try a 5 today. A 4, it's a little shady. Okay. Now I'm going to drop prone. Alright, now just watch the way my body reacts with the recoil. Just a little tip here in case you never knew. You probably didn't. The 7.62 actually fits inside of a 223 magazine, and they feed well for the most part. Out of the P mags, they seem to feed just fine as long as you don't put more than about 5 or 6 bullets in the magazine. And I find that they even do a little better with just my little small 10 round and 5 round magazines. It only holds about half capacity of the 223, but that's what I use when I go hunting or target shooting. I just use a standard 223 5.56 mag, and I just shove those down in there, usually no more than about 5 or so, and they feed just fine. If you've ever fired an SKSs, they're not all that bad in recoil because they're so darn heavy. But if you've ever fired something like an AK, you're probably going to have some bad experiences with the recoil of the 7.62 The AK just doesn't do one thing for recoil. My AR, part of the reason is, I'm sure because it fits me well, but my AR just doesn't feel like it recoils much at all with 7.62 It feels, honestly, like I'm firing something like a 9mm carbine almost. It feels much lighter duty. It's nowhere near the recoil of my 20 gauge single shot. Nowhere near that. Alrighty, let's lock and load. Same thing as before, I'll fire some standing up, and I'll fire some sitting down. Now let's go prone. Now, what kind of a difference did you see just in watching the recoil through my body? I could definitely feel a difference. The 7.62-39 does kick harder, but not bad at all. It's nowhere near shooting my dad's old 30-30 when I was a kid. It's nothing near that. And they used to say the 30-30 was a great youth gun with its 9 to 10 foot-pounds of recoil. The average 7.62-39 statistics for felt recoil is about 9 pounds, 9 foot-pounds. And that's based on the SKS, the AK-47 type guns. When you put it in the AR-15 platform, your modern sporting rifle platform, it drops down in felt recoil because of the type of gas system that it is. Also, when you get a gun that fits you, the perceived recoil drops down much more because your body is absorbing that much more efficiently and the gun is slapping into you less. So it just feels better even if it isn't necessarily better. Overall though, I mean, this probably around 7 pounds of recoil with my 7.62-39 upper. This is my Bear Creek upper, Bear Creek Armory BSA. Awesome little thing for a great price. It's probably about 7 foot-pounds of recoil, maybe 7.5, which is less than half of what my 20 gauge shotgun had when I was shooting target loads across the field earlier. So this is definitely what I would still consider a youth gun. That being said, my 223, this is a slightly heavier version. I mean, it's a shorter barrel, but it's a heavy barrel. This has only about 2 pounds of recoil in it. It didn't really do much. A little bit of wiggle when I was standing up, more than this one did. But this, I mean, this is like a dream. This is just a little sweetheart to shoot. That being said, if you want to take it a step up and have something that'll be just fine on your medium-sized game, antelopes, your deer, that sort of thing, 7.62-39 is a fine option for up to about 150 yards. It's literally a semi-automatic version of the 30-30. Slightly less powered, but the bullet design is slightly more effective downrange. So, recoil is not a problem unless you're a little bitty kid. Honestly, if you're so small or just such a little kid that you can't really hold up the gun well, then you probably shouldn't shoot it. That's when you go with something smaller. So, end of the day, 7.62-39 is a great option for most youth. It's a fine option for your smaller framed individuals and just fine and dandy for larger framed individuals. There's plenty of cheap ammo out there. Your hunting ammo is a little slim, but you can still get fine options. All right, I've got work to do, so I got to get going home. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to check around for more new information, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye now.